Lego fans, and welcome back to MV Bricks. My name is Maya, and today we are looking at part 5 of building an Elven castle for Brick Rodeo in Texas and Brick World Chicago this summer. Last week we started this big main section of the castle. This week I have finished it off, as well as the 2 towers, and I added in a ton of foliage, some elves. I basically tried to finish off as much of this section as I could. It is now about halfway done. I plan on doing another section the same size as this, so we will see how that comes together. If you like this build series, do leave a like and a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see more. Now, without further ado, let's take a closer look at the details.
This week went a lot better than last week. Building off of the main part of the castle, I started on top of the mountain. I knew I wanted this section to have some of the most intricate detailing with the white accent pieces, and I couldn't be happier with how this turned out. I had a crazy idea of the swirling, interlocking supports, and this effect turned out great with the tail elements that I've used throughout the build. I then built the entire top section based around the swirling design. I wanted a more airy concept at the top here, so I left this top section fairly open with a balcony and covered area. This was pretty tricky to put together, as I usually work with an even stud base, and this was an odd stud base. It ended up working well, even though it started out difficult to center the structure. I finished off the balcony with a white railing and a telescope to view the night sky. I topped this area off with some sand green accents and, of course, the dark tan roofs to match the rest of the castle. The 2 towers on either side I have built up to match each other, purposely having them at different heights to give an asymmetrical appearance to build a little outside my norm. I also added in additional lights around the main floor doors to brighten it up a bit, as it was looking very dark compared to the rest of the castle when the lights go out. I then added in some more trees and foliage to finish off the right-hand side. I kept the trees in a similar design, which will make it easier for reassembly at the conventions. I also decided to add in some olive green ivy-type foliage, climbing the sides of the mountain in a couple of spots. I thought that added the right amount of additional color, so I did the same for the other side. I also decided to add in some elves to the scene, to populate it, of course. A couple of elves are seen here on the balcony, and 2 more are just below, having some fun interactions with the wildlife in the area. I have added a single elf here in the gatehouse type structure, looking out over the water, and another here who appears to have just gone down the steps and is heading to the more forestry area that I will be adding. On top of the ledge here, I've added another elf playing some calming melodies on the flute, and finally I have 2 elves on the tallest balcony here, enjoying a drink together. Here we can see the castle with the lights out version to really see the lighting effect pop up on this build. I finished off the lighting for all of the towers, and as I mentioned earlier, added some lighting to the large doorway leading from the mountain ledge. Of course, I also added some lights to the topmost section of the castle, lighting up the statue. The very top I added in a color changing light by accident, but I actually liked the fun fantasy vibe of it and decided to keep it. I think it all matches up very well with the rest of the castle progress.
Covers everything for this part 5 of building an Elven castle. The castle section is pretty much done now. I will have another section off to the right here where I'll have more forested area as well as maybe some other structures that the elves have built. If you haven't already, please do subscribe as it does help out this channel a lot. Thanks so much for checking out this video today, guys, and until next time, keep on building.